Good day. This is the Grumpy Baker. And as promised, I have a bread here that we will create today that takes no time to mix, a little time to proof, and a little time to bake. In between that process, I will have to pause, and since I don't have 50 subscribers, I cannot go live. Let's get to it. First, 2.5 cups of warm water. 2 teaspoons of traditional yeast. Let the yeast sit a bit in the water until it foams. It only takes about 2 minutes. Then 4 cups of flour. You don't have to sift it. You don't have to do anything. You just 4 cups. Once the 4 cups of flour are in, then all you need is 1 teaspoon of salt. There is no sugar in this bread. None. And it tastes beautiful and comes out very well. Then all you need is something to stir it. That's it. There is no kneading with this process. So then you just stir it until it creates a dough. Sometimes it might be a little damp, and that's okay as long as it's not dry, because flour is different. Every flour has a different consistency as to how it absorbs water. Okay, it depends on the flour, it depends on the temperature in the room, it depends on a lot of things. So sometimes it's a little wet, sometimes it's a little dry. Add a little flour if it's too wet. Now it needs to be moist, so don't go crazy thinking, oh well, it's wet, so I gotta add flour until it's solid. Then you take this spatula and just mix it until it forms until it's all consistent and forms into one little loaf. And it's like that. That's it. So you can then you need to just let it sit for about 30-35 minutes until it doubles in size, around double in size. And that's it for the mixing. There is no kneading or anything else. The nice thing about this bread is that's all it takes to mix it. That's it. There's no kneading, there's no, oh my God, does it have to be perfect? As you can see, that doesn't look perfect. Okay, it looks like a big ball of wet dough. And that's it. What you can do is just take a little flour, sprinkle it on top, and then cover it. So now I am going to have to pause, and I will get back to you as soon as it's proofed. Thank you. So we are back. So to proof, sometimes it takes 20 to 30 minutes, depending on the temperature in your room, the flour you use, because you can use just enriched flour or bread flour to create it. Whichever flour you use, now bread flour will absorb more water because it's a heavier flour. So you might have to add a little bit. But anyways, before we get to this, there's a few things I just want to mention. The first thing is, aren't you tired of all these people with all their perfect everything? You know, as you can see, I'm not perfect. Nobody is perfect. Okay, yeah, their kitchen. Aren't you tired of people put in a background with a beautiful kitchen and tie and suit and trying to mix something. Well, that's just a bunch of shit. This is how it should be. This is how normal, hard working people, what kind of kitchen they have. Okay, and that's what I'm trying to show. I can do a background where it looks beautiful. We're out in the sunshine, sitting on a goddamn beach, rowing a boat, if that's what I want to show you. But I don't. I want to show you what it looks like when real people bake. Anyways, if you don't like the way I am doing it, well, then you won't subscribe, I guess. But to the people, the women, the men, or whoever is trying to bake a loaf of bread, this is how it gets done. Not 6 times trying it so the loaf of bread looks beautiful when it doesn't always turn. I've been baking over 40 years and I still screw up. Anyway, so now the bread, it has sit and proof, so it looks like this. Okay, it's twice the size. It's a little sticky, which is fine. So you take a little flour, you spread it around the edges, and you fold it into itself, like this. You take this, fold it over top. This creates air in the bread, and this is what you want, okay? And if it's a little sticky, just add more flour. It's okay. Look, your bread is gonna be your bread, okay? However it comes out is how it comes out. You just keep folding it about 6, 7 times until it's all folded like this and it starts sticking to itself and creates a ball. Just like that. That's it. That's all it is. Okay? It's very simple. You can do it 12 times. Whatever you feel is how it looks. Look how ugly that looks. Okay, now you have a pan with a piece of parchment paper on it. Okay? And this is what I mean by not perfect. Everything's sitting around dirty. Look, when you're baking, your kitchen looks like shit. You got flour all over the place. Okay? That's real baking. Okay, so you take your parchment paper, you take your dough that you just turned, and pull it out again, just put a little flour on it. Like I said, don't be afraid to make it look ugly, because it'll be ugly. Okay, I'll just fold it a couple more times. Then you take it and you put it on the pan. Okay, nice and easy, just like that. If you want to shape it a little, go ahead. That's it. That's the end of it. Now, what you do is you cover it for about 10 minutes. So now, while this is sitting, you go to the oven, you turn the oven on, you put it up to 425. Once that oven dinger goes off and it's at 425, that's when this is ready. It doesn't matter how it looks. Doesn't. Now, if you want it crusty, you have to find a pan, small pan, a cup, anything that'll go in the oven with water in it. You sit it beside it, under it, wherever you can find room. After you have, you put that in when you turn the oven on. So by the time you put the bread in, that is already hot. By the time it's baked, the steam will create steam in the oven so that it'll create a beautiful crust. So we have to leave again because I cannot take the time in between to show you, but we will be back once the oven's heated and we will finish the product. Thank you. Okay, we're back. Now, it has baked for 30 minutes at 425 with the steam. So now, I will take it out of the oven. Make sure you put on oven mitts. And, whoa, a little steam. Voila. There we go. Okay. Beautiful loaf of bread. That is ready to eat. As you can tell, it's very crispy. Nice and cooked. And there you have it. So this will be my first video, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you next week. I will have another video, and through the week I will put out a little post telling you what it is about. And anyways, thank you very much. Goodbye.